I've learned that the problem isn't the problem, because we all have problems. You have problems, I have problems. Your listeners have problems. We all have problems. The problem isn't the problem, because we all have them. The problem is you. I get to speak all over the world. I get to go and inspire people. As I mentioned, I roll out on stage and people can see I'm in a wheelchair, and I've been given a life sentence to never walk, never move, never stand again. And my identity was just stripped from me. My identity of being a collegiate football player, that was my dream as a little kid, was stripped from me. And I had to learn some things and pick up the pieces as I shifted through my shattered dreams and broken back. And I'm physically paralyzed and people can see that. But what I've learned, Randy, is that most of us, if not all of us, are paralyzed from the demons of doubt, fear, and complacency. And those demons and those dragons are keeping most of us from accomplishing our dreams, is keeping most of us from orchestrating and conducting that song that sings inside our soul. That's keeping us from living a life that takes our breath away instead of barely breathing and calling it a life. And so I get the opportunity to inspire people, transform people, give them courage, give them hope, give them faith, and to paint a picture to help them take that step that leads towards their dream, that leads towards that peak that they want to climb. What's their Mount Everest that they need to overcome, and what challenges are they faced with right now, currently, and how can they accomplish it? Because, Randy, I've learned that the problem isn't the problem, because we all have problems. You have problems, I have problems. Your listeners have problems. We all have problems. The problem isn't the problem, because we all have them. The problem is you. And I like letting that sit for a while, because if people could come through the radio right now or their listening device or whatever it is, they want to choke me. They're like, no, you're the problem. I'm not the problem. You're the problem. Don't tell me I'm the problem. But the thing is the problem isn't the problem. The problem is you. But the good news is the solution is you too. And once you take responsibility, and once you take accountability, and once you see that you are the problem and you are also the solution, there is a radical shift that takes place, and you flip the switch and you start to reframe things and see things in a different light, where all of a sudden the answers start to come instead of always focusing on the problem. And I like to say that every problem under the sun has a solution, or it has none. If there be one, hurry and find it. If there be none, never mind it. But we so often focus on the problems. We define the problems. We refine the problems. We just, we sit on those problems, and we don't spend enough time on the solution. And I believe that I have 3 gold nuggets that sit at the foundation of every problem that allows us to solve these problems there. And I like to call them, Superman solutions. Discover those Superman solutions that are just right there, waiting for us to hold on to and to start to utilize and use.